All right, all right, all right, all right. What up? Who's up in here? Jumping in here at 7 p.m. on the button. Not a second late. What's going down? Let's see. We got Brian, Monroe, Jacob. What up? What up? Anthony and Big Feist. Look at that. You guys are on time, dude. So what's going down, man? Big Bird, just pin it. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Get it. Get on the gas. So how was your guys' week? Fred, what up? What up? Jumping in here. The boys are coming in. You guys have a good week? What's been going down, man? We got some racing this past weekend. Twitch, we got Twitch 772. Kung Fu Fies. Woo. Well, welcome. Yeah, man, we had some racing going down. We had some rain here in the Midwest. Jacked up my practice day. I wanted to ride on Saturday and didn't get to do it. But it looked like people still were able to race on Sunday. We got rain on Friday, which jacked up Saturday, and then Sunday was still able for the guys that went racing. But for me, who wasn't racing, I kind of got jacked on my riding weekend. So, my brother's calling, but I can't answer that right now. Beta is calling. What's Big Fight saying? It says, these Mondays are cutting into my Mountain Man show. I sound sick. Mel's saying I sound sick. Man, I was working hard today. I wonder why I sound sick. I'm not sick. Actually, I am a little sick. Remember, I woke up with the stuffed up nose 2 days ago, so maybe it's just my sinuses are jacked up a little bit. I think it's just the pollen. Yo, Warner's in here. Here he is, dude. Finally, come hang out. I was just talking to him, dude. Me and Warner were on the phone for about an hour before I finished up and jumped on here. But he's finally here. He's you at work or are you off finally? He was saying he can't get in here sometimes because he works all the time. But hey, welcome. We got Anthony P, Chris, China virus. I already had it, dude. I'm cured, man. I did my quarantine last year, 14 days. We got Danny B. What up, brother? All right, man. Yeah, so Warner's out there. He's working in the boiler rooms in Atlantic City. And look, we got Mike Ridgewood from Millville checking in. Nice. Warner's a squid. Look, Big Feist is already on you, dude. You know you coming in here. You better get ready. Big Feist is on you. Warner just got a new bike. So anyway, just for everybody, this is my boy right here. We're gonna give him a shout out. Me and Warner grew up racing together. We knew each other since the 4th grade. Rode together every day. This was my riding partner my whole entire childhood. Me and him got after it every single day, every single weekend, raced together, all grown up. So he's my best friend. And try to get him to move to Cali with me, to be honest with you. I tried to talk him into it, and he ended up not coming, and he waited. How long did you wait, dude? A year or two? I came out afterwards a little bit late, and then he ended up getting hurt. You guys might have seen him. He was in a crusty with us. We took him out to Tommy Lee's house. It was me, Sink Mars, and Kerry Hart. Warner was with us. We built some jumps out there, and he ended up crashing and breaking both ankles, both tib and fibs, and he was out for a while, but that was kind of a setback for him, and he ended up having to move back to New Jersey. But anyway, since he's first time he's here, I just want to give him, so you guys know who he is. A great friend of mine, been a friend for, almost 35 years, I bet, since 4th grade. Mel's in here.
Can you pop a comment up on there?
Which one?
Anyone.
Let's get you up here. Mel's in here, right here. What's wrong with it?
It's not up on there.
Okay.
Move it to the middle.
Oh, Mel's.
No, down. Move it.
All right, here she is. She's critiquing us.
We moved it for our live.
Yeah, we just did a live on the Ronnie and Mel channel.
Take that little corner, the bottom right corner, and just move it in. Nope. Whoa.
All right, she's Mel's piggy.
Middle.
Oh my goodness, it's good enough, man. Fellas, any of you married to a woman that piggy? Lord help us.
So you have to move it over.
Oh my God, get up. Mally's in here. I didn't know Mally was in here. Tommy Shade's up in here now. Yeah, so I was about to say Warner got a new bike, so that's why we were talking today. He got a new bike, and he is ready to rip it up. And we were talking about just like I feel like me and all of my boys from back home in Jersey. I need to get back there, man. I really need to do a riding trip. All the times that I went back to Jersey over the majority of the past recent years were December. I used to always go back to go hunting with my dad. So it was always winter, not a good time to ride back there. And I haven't been back there in the summer. Neil was reminding me, it was a long time ago. He's like, yo, last time you were here, minus my grandmother's funeral, because she did pass away in the summer. But other than that, and I was in and out, I haven't been back there during the summer, he said, like for 8 years. So it's been a long time. I really need to get back to Jersey and do a riding trip with all my boys from back there, because Jersey got some good riding spots. I know I've talked about that before in here. It's definitely a good spot. It rains a lot, dirt's good, and I got tons of close friends. Obviously, grew up there and grew up racing there. And everybody it's cool, though. There's a group of guys that I grew up with that still keep in touch. Like me, Warner, Joel Dangler, Jerry Sipe, Stout. There's a whole group of guys that we grew up together racing, and we're all still friends 30, 40 years down the road. So pretty cool. Lifetime friendships. But that's what Moto's cool. Cool thing about Moto is it brings people together. Dirt bikes have that, that deal. It just brings people together, from around the world, from around the country, and you meet people and you stay friends with them for years and years and years. So, Fight's talking crap on Stout. Anyway, so let's see. Couple announcements. What's coming up? We got the class. Okay, so hey, doing my first private lesson here this Wednesday. Here in the Midwest. Only did them out in California during the winter months, but kicking off here, I got a one-on-one on Wednesday, and then Saturday is our next group class, semi-private. It's going to be at Green Valley Motocross on the 17th, this Saturday. And we got three returning students and one new student. So we're looking pumped. We're looking good. And Brian's in there, Jacob's in there. And Zayden is coming back, and then we have some new guys, so we're pumped. It's going to be good. Looking forward to it. A little bit of rain on the schedule on Friday, and I'm like, it's like 30-40%. So hopefully it's just enough to water the track good and doesn't jack us up. But other than that, the weather looks good. So looking forward to that. And let's see. Other than that, man, that's about it as far as announcements, man. We're about ready to get after it, man. Like I said, didn't get the ride this weekend because of the weather jacked me up, so I was a little bummed because I got that new bike sitting in the garage and I want to ride it, and I didn't get to, just got to stare at it. But what'd you guys think about the race, man? The races were good, right? I kind of remind me of Daytona a little bit. Came out and looked at, like, when I first saw the track, it's just this big outdoor track, It looked like a Daytona but with Atlanta, Georgia red clay. Yeah, Curtis right here. Curtis signed up. So Curtis is coming. It's our other buddy. So Curtis will be there. He's one of our new students. So yeah, we're going to be getting after it, dude. So pump for Curtis. Took the last spot. So like I said, class is sold out for this week. But we'll be putting up the May class really soon. I'll figure out what date that is and get that up for you guys. But we're looking, it's going to be looking good. But as far as the races go, what did you think of Thrasher, man? It's all these young dudes coming up. I thought Thrasher, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I missed all the heat races and missed most of the last chance. Big Feist, obviously, luckily texted me, and he's like, yo, you watching the race? And I'm like, it's on already? Like, for some reason, I just assumed it was a night race. So I was just sitting there chilling. And Big Feist hit me up, and I'm like, oh, shoot. So I kicked it on, and it was 450 LCQ already. So I missed all the heat races, missed the 250 LCQ, caught the end of the 451, and then got to watch the mains. And like I said, Thrasher, obviously, he won his LCQ. I'm not sure what happened or how he ended up in there because I missed it, but he doesn't seem like a dude who would be in the LCQ. But obviously, if you just watch a dude, he was flowing. First career win, so shout out to him and looking good. And I'm sure you're going to see a lot of him in the future, especially now getting that first win. You know how that goes. You get the win in there, confidence goes up, and then the results start to follow. So definitely, man, my phone is blowing up right now, and it's my sister and Big Feist. Why are you guys texting me when I'm doing the show, dude? Big Feist is on the live, and then my brother's calling, my sister's texting, telling me her cholesterol's high. These people are nuts. But Yeah, so I think you're going to see a lot of him in the future. And as far as 450 goes, man, I thought Plessinger was going to take it. I honestly thought he was going to put it together. And I'm seeing Warner over here cracking out. I know him and Big Feist must be talking smack in here. It's in the comments. All I see is crying faces from Warner and Big Feist. And Warner said, hey, they still live in the same neighborhood. So Warner and Big Feist are pretty much not side-by-side neighbors, but they're not far apart. They still live in Laureldale, Mays Landing, whatever you want to call it. They're close, so they could go hang out together. My dad, Big Feist, and Warner's dad still hang out at Wawa. That's me and Warner were laughing about that. They go down to Wawa and they kick it and just drink coffee and hang out. But as far as the 450 goes, man, like I said, I thought Plessinger was going to have his weekend, and I mean, he looked like he was walking web, and then he fell over in a turn, just a tip over. I feel like the dirt looked. I feel like there was a lot of guys making mistakes. I feel like that type of dirt, that red Georgia clay, when it's wet, a little greasy on top, it's slick. So he ended up making a mistake, tipping over. And then Sexton got around Sexton passed Webb, and then Tomac. Both of those guys got around Webb, and I feel like Webb's smart. At the end of the day, I feel like I could probably just echo what Carmichael said. Carmichael said he's doing what it needs. I think his exact words were he's managing the championship. So he's basically doing everything. He's just going to do what he's got to do to get there and win the championship, which is smart. Not surprised Tomac won either, with the conditions really ruddy and outdoor style track, because you know how he is on that type of stuff. So, but bummed for Sexton. I was bummed that Sexton ended up making a mistake and Tomac won after Plessinger fell and Sexton got in the lead. I like Sexton. I think Sexton's got one of the smoothest styles out there. I enjoy watching him. So I was kind of like, all right, cool. Cool to see Sexton get up in there and get some good finishes. He hasn't had the greatest year, but I still think he's a dude you're going to see in the future up there. He's just got to work out the kinks. Guy's got skills. He's a champion, dude. He's won a 250 championship. Sexton's going to figure it out in time. He's young. He's got skills. So it would have been good to see him get up there and get a win, but he got messed up with that lap rider, and then he didn't double the jump, and Tomac ended up passing him, and that was it. But still cool to watch. Good racing, and we'll see what happens. And Roxon just, I don't know, bad start or what, but I think he finished 8th, 9th, kind of hung out in the back. Didn't look like he made much ground from where he started. So I don't know, man. It looks like Cooper's probably going to cruise on to it, but hey, it's Moto. Anything can happen, so you never know. Man, now Mel's blowing me up. Why is everybody blowing me up that's on the show here? Oh, this is too funny. Anyway, I don't know what she's saying, but she's into something here. Well, sweet. Let's what else? Is there anything else that we got to talk about? Supercross. How about this? I was just thinking about this earlier, and this is just something me and Mel, and actually I was talking about it with Warner. That's why it's fresh on my mind. Here's something that we've been kicking around. Like, obviously, we moved out here to the Midwest. We've been here for 3 years. And it's like, there's things I like about it, things I don't like about it. And then there's things I love about California, things that I don't care so much about California. So I've been in this, what should we do? Should we stay here? Should we stay here? We live in this nice suburb town. It's got everything we need. It's a nice town. Very convenient where we live to do what you got to do. But then we're like, hey, should we buy some land and build up a course, put a track in, put a freestyle park in, and go back to how we kind of lived in California, like we always had a track to ride at, which I do miss, having my own spot. So we've been kicking around that idea. So we do that. And then I got to turn this phone off. These people are just going nuts. Big fights with my sister. And then, or should we go back to California? That's obviously got brought up and talked about many times too. So, and then obviously the new idea, we were like, what if, obviously, if you guys pay attention to real estate markets and stuff, this is not a buyer's market, it's a seller's market. The market is up crazy high everywhere. I mean, especially here, but I'm sure it's everywhere, probably across the 50 states here. The market's just high, super, super high. Low inventory, which is driving up prices, low interest rate driving up prices. Not a whole lot to pick from. So we were obviously like, hey, great time to sell, bad time to buy. Obviously, trying to time the market could be challenging, but we're like, what if we just sold the house while the market's up, and went on the road? What if we went on the road? And this is the idea of going on the road. I just want to see your guys' thoughts, and if it's a good idea, bad idea, see what you guys think. If we were to go on the road, 8 months, 12 months, say we're about to sell the house, boom, hit the road in like a fifth wheel. And then the deal would be, let's find the best tracks in America and tour America. There's a lot of states in this place. I don't know all the best tracks. That's where I would need your guys' help. Where are the best motocross tracks in America? And I got on this thing like 3 days ago. I mean, we talked about this multiple times, but 3 days ago I was like on Instagram, and this track in Georgia popped up. And I should have put a picture up for you guys so you guys could get a visual. Maybe I'll do that next week. I'll say, hey, this is the track I was talking about, because this track looks the dirt was so, look, someone just put up, come to Georgia. What's the track in Georgia? Dude, there's a track in Georgia. This track, I might have to just see if I can find it again. This place is ridiculous. And I'm like, man, it would be sick to go on the road for, say, 8 months, 12 months. I don't know how long we could last in a motorhome. On the road, me, Mel, and the dog. The goal would be to let's go to find the best tracks in America, and basically put everything on YouTube. Create just like a vlog. Like, we're just this is life with the Faisst on the road, finding the best tracks in America, and then doing classes there. Like, find them, go there, ride them, do cool, get some content, but then do a school while you're there, and then move on to the next one and go try to find them all. Like, I don't know where they're at. Where are they? But this track, and I have, let me see. I'm going to pull up right here. Hold on. Georgia Motocross, because I had to pull it up the other day twice, because I was trying to tell Mel about it. I'm like, you got to see this track. Of course, it ain't coming up now. I'm gonna look for it next week. No, here it is right here. Silver Dollar Motocross Park. Can you guys even see? Hey, go on the Instagram and pull up. Well, the guy who posted this is named Matt Walker 122, but the place is called Silver Dollar Motocross Park. This place looks ridiculous. The dirt is insane. The tracks just look so good. But anyway, that's the type of tracks I want to go on the road and find. Go there, ride them, make a video, create content, and then do a class. Why not? We're there. Make it a group class. Lower the rate a little bit, obviously, because we do smaller classes, rates a little bit more, but drop the rate down and do a group. Obviously, not crazy amount of people, because it's hard to manage real big groups, but keep it, I'd say, like 10 guys. Get 10 guys together, at least up to 10 guys, and go do a group class, and then move on to the next track. And just like I said, just document everything. And since we do ministry too, it's Moto and ministry. It's what me and Mel do. Hey, we have a ton of people on the ministry side that follow us. So maybe while we're on the road traveling around, we can go visit a bunch of different churches. We can link up with other believers, pray for different states, pray for our nation. Do both. That's what we do. So anyway, it's an idea. We're kicking it around. So what do you guys think? Think this would be cool? Would you guys? Would that be pretty nice? Would you guys be into that? Seeing behind the scenes, Faisst on the me and Mel and Mally on the road, pretty much in I'd probably buy a truck and then just put like a fifth, kind of like what Twitch has. He has like the weekend, what do you call those things? Like a fifth wheel. It's got the little garage in the back. That way we could drop the trailer at the RV parks and take off. And once you have a motorhome, you're kind of stuck, So anyway, that's what we were kind of thinking. Could be something fun, and I don't know. I think it would be toy hauler. So anyway, that was an idea. Me and Warner were just talking about it, so I was thinking about it. So I think it could be fun. I think we could get a bunch of cool content. Will we do it? I don't know. It's just it's the idea right now. So can't say that I'm not committing to that right now, because it'd be a risk. Like what happens if we sell our house and we go on the road for 12 months? And then the market never adjusts, and then we'll never find a house in this area for the price that we bought it. So that's what you know what I'm saying. So it is a risk, but I don't know. Warner's advice to me was, did you get anywhere in life without taking risks? And it's true. It's true. I wouldn't have done anything or be where I'm at without taking risks, and I think everybody knows that. So hey, maybe it's a risk worth taking, but it'd definitely be fun. And but anyway, if I decide to do that, I'm going to need your guys' help, because you guys from all around the world or all around the country, you got to let me in on where the best tracks are. If you live in Texas, what's the best tracks in Texas? You live in Georgia, where are they at? Florida. I actually know Florida pretty good because I used to go there a lot growing up and stuff. But other states, Michigan, anything. There's 50 states. Where are the best tracks? Because I know there's some stuff out there that I've never seen. Just like that Silver Dollar place popped up on my feed. I didn't know about that place. It popped up on my feed. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, look at the dirt on this place. Look it up and look at the dirt and just tell me you wouldn't want to get out there and rip it. So if we do that, I'm going to need you guys to help out, send me some stuff, and then hopefully you guys dig what we do. We'll put it out. We'll put it up on the YouTube channel. You can follow us cruising around. And, yeah, it'd be fun. And at the end of the day, here's the thing. Not only will it be fun, it's not just about going to the motocross tracks. Like, we have friends and family everywhere. So we will finally get to go spend some time with our peeps all around the country. And a lot of our friends have riding spots. So just, we go link up with our boys and then go rip it. And then, hey, maybe we'll go down to Loretta's and just hang out for the week, The Deegans will be out there. Danger Boy will be racing. Just be cool to just kick it at the Nationals, amateur Nationals for the week. Just put it on the spot. Hang out, film, and put a bunch of content up for you guys. So anyway, let me know what you think. All right, so we're going to get it started here. It's already 7:21, dude. Talk your ear off. We won't even get time to get into the questions here. But, hey, first timers, if you're new here, just throw up your question. Try to get through there and answer everybody's question. But the way we do it is, see how Anthony P has done it. See the question marks? That's how I find your questions amongst the comments. So if you got a question, throw up the question marks. Everybody that's been here for a while knows how we do it. For the new people who might have just jumped in here, that's how we do it. That way I don't scroll past your question. And if I miss it for some reason, I'll try to get to everybody's question. But if I miss it, throw it up again. All right, so Anthony P says, were you guys riding with Tommy Lee? Were you guys riding with Tommy Lee, you said? That was Krusty 2000. I'm not sure what Krusty, it was with Sync Mars, though. I did see someone put up Sync in here. I was scrolling, I saw Sync's name, but it was. Sync was there, Hart was there. It was at Tommy Lee he had long dreads back then. It was literally at Tommy Lee's house in LA. And so maybe it was Krusty 2000. I don't remember exactly what Krusty it was, but if you look for the dude crashing, that's Warner. That was Warner. Sorry, Warner, man. That was a bummer that you went down like that. That sucked. But hey, I got hurt too. I remember when I first moved to California, I broke my ankle. At Link Hogan's house, I overjumped and cracked my foot. So I got hurt too, but I didn't get hurt. Yours was obviously way worse, but it's like one of those things. You go out there and you're like, hey, I'm going to go make this move. And then you get there and then, you're like, shoot, I'm hurt already. Anyway. But hey, shout out to Deegan for this one because I've told you guys this before. I worked for Metzger's dad doing construction. And when I broke my foot, I couldn't work. I couldn't work because obviously I had a cast on. And obviously, I didn't make a ton of money back there doing construction, so it's not like I had a big savings. Deegan was cool enough to let me stay in his house, even though I couldn't pay rent because I wasn't working. And when I healed up and went back to work, I obviously paid him back. I didn't stick him with the rent that I didn't pay. I paid him back, but hey, that's pretty cool that he was willing to let me stay for free while I healed up because I had just got there. It wasn't long before I jacked my foot up and I wasn't able to. So, hey, I don't forget things like that. That's good people that helped me out. I don't forget about the people that did things for me. So, a little shout out to the Deegan family for not kicking me out when I couldn't pay rent. Anyway, all right. Let's get Liam up here. He said, hey, Feist, what up? Did you play any other sports, football, baseball, before you started riding, or did you jump right into moto? Actually, I played everything. Baseball, football, soccer, I've wrestled, karate. I pretty much did it all but basketball. But yeah, so did it all. And Big Feist was my baseball coach. I mean, dude, me and Warner played together. We were on the Lakers. We played football together. JV, dude. So, yeah, man, I did it all. But once I started riding, I ended up pretty much laying everything else down. I think karate was the only thing I stuck with through riding all the way up until I think my senior year of riding started to get pretty busy, and then I took a break from karate. But pretty much I laid everything else down because I just wanted to focus on riding. I enjoyed it so much. I didn't want to basically come home from school and have to go to baseball practice or football practice. I'd rather come home from school and go ride till dark. So that's the reason why I backed out of everything else. But definitely played everything. Tomac, Roxon. Yeah, Mel's clowning. All right, let's get Jesse back up here. He says, Ronnie, you coming out with your summer launch with tanks or any T-shirts, shorts, anymore? Did you see Brian's new 450 bike? Yeah, I just actually seen Brian's bike. Looked really cool. So I did see that. And yeah, we're working on some new T-shirts right now at the moment. We got one dude kind of helping us, and right now he's working on a few marked things. And then once he gets done, actually no, he's working on RFMX right now. We got confused. He is. There's a T-shirt right now that's half done. I actually need to call him when we get done live here. So we're coming out with trying to get 2 new T-shirts out. One is 95% done. We're doing a little tweak to it, and that one should be done. And then he's going to come up with one new one. But yeah, the cool thing about it, we get a new design. If it looks good and does good, we can throw it on a tank top as well. But yeah, definitely trying to get some stuff out for summer. And then once he finishes up the RFMX stuff, he's going to do a few new marked ones as well. We just need some more T-shirts on the marked stuff right now. We only have like 1 men's, 1 women's. So we're looking to summertime, man. We got to get some stuff. But yeah, working on it. Anthony P. He said, what month is the best weather and no tornadoes to drive to Kansas for MX class? I think Mel would probably know this better than me, so maybe Mel can help you out. Oh, yeah, I already see her. She's already on it, dude, right here. April and May is tornado season. So I would say, yeah. I mean, I don't think we don't live in like the part of Kansas where the tornadoes are super crazy. We do get some here, but we're really close to the Missouri border. So what the heck is this popping up for? So I don't think it's too much to worry about, but hey, if you want to make sure you're super safe, hey, come out after May or June, and it'll be warm by then because it gets definitely warm here in the Midwest. But you should be good. We've had a couple little sirens since we've been here, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, Sexton put it to Webb. Yep, Curtis says Sexton. I don't know. I was feeling Sexton there. All right, so. I'm reading some of your comments. You guys are cracking me up. Big Feist. All right, we've got David Duke here. He says, make your predictions now. Who's going to win the overall 250 and 450 in Atlanta 2? Man. I don't know, dude. Who are you guys thinking? I mean, I know who I'd like to see. I mean, I would always like to see Roxton win, but I feel like he's been struggling a little bit lately. I don't know. I'm not pulling for Webb. Not that I don't like Webb. I don't want anybody to think I'm hating on Webb. He's not my guy. But I don't know. I feel like it's like, I don't know. Like, look, I feel like Plessinger could pull one off. I think he has this, like, I think Sexton there's so many guys that could pull it. I mean, I would like to see, I would think it'd be sick if Plessinger can sneak one in there. Why not? You know, get the underdog. The dude's been riding good. It'd be sweet to see him. I think he can do it. I honestly think he can do it. 250? Man, I kind of like the Thrasher dude. I was impressed with him. So maybe we'll back it up, go back to back. So I'm gonna go Plessinger Thrasher. Let me see. I don't know if I'm right, but let's go with the underdogs. Why not? Big Feist talking about his Wawa. Yeah, I'm reading your guys' comments again, talking about Cooper's just gonna cruise it in. He's smart though. That's the deal. Do what you gotta do. Anthony P. How can I legally or cleanly dispose of transmission fluid from my 250 CR while traveling on the road? I think you can just go to like the auto supply shops. I think you can drop it off at any auto supply. I think Napa, all those places take that stuff. So just Google an auto supply shop while you're on the road, and I'm sure you could drop it off. Welcome to Ronnie Stage Real Estate Tips. Why is Mel clowning, dude? Hey, man, come on. Hey, so put ups. Here we go. I was getting ready to say, put up. If you guys know some tracks, put them up because I don't know all the tracks. Been to a lot, but obviously I don't know. I know there's some hidden gems out there. So here, Field of Dreams, Millville. I've obviously seen posts from this. I've never ridden it, and definitely would like to hit it. Definitely looks fun for sure. So down with that. So Walden, Ontario, Canada is the best in Canada. So Fred's saying Walden. Is that the name of the track, or is that just Walden, Ontario, the state, or Providence? Is that what you guys call it up there? All right, so here, Jesse's saying Wisconsin. What's the hot spot in Wisconsin? We got to know these things. Because here's the deal. If we decide to do this, we're going to map out we're going to have a plan. We can just wing it. We're going to have a plan. We're like, hey, we're leaving Kansas. Where are we going first? We're going to Colorado Springs? Maybe we go to Colorado Springs because Mel's got family there. I know there's tracks out there. Start off in Colorado, maybe. I'm just saying. Colorado Springs. And then from there, go. Where are we going next? Boom, boom. Hit it here. Boom, boom. Maybe we'll head up the Northwest and then drop it down. End up in California. Stay in California for a couple months. Cut back down through the South. Arizona, Texas. Make our way back down to Florida. Shoot up the East Coast. And then come back across towards the Midwest. That would be sweet. Hey, Southwick. Definitely. Down with that one. Been there. Definitely a sick track. Probably one of the sickest tracks in the U.S., I would say. What is this here? USA MX Track Reviews. Is Mel already researching stuff? She's the king of research. Crazy Day Parade. This is the best. I know what you're talking about. All right, I'm way back. Look, I'm back here when Warner's talking about toy haulers. Yeah, see, look, that's what I'm saying. Matt Owens, MX Compound. There's tons of people all around the country got their own spot. Be good to drop in on them and say, yo, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna ride. We're gonna make some videos. See, here it is, Baja Acres in Michigan. Perfect. Put that one on the list. Silver Dollars right here. Yep, this is the one. South of Atlanta is exactly where it's at because I pulled it up on the map. That's the spot. We need to make a list, and we're gonna map out if we decide to do this. Rent your house to a friend for those 12 months. Could do it. Definitely could do it. All right. Yep. So Anthony P, we did it live on Saturday. Go jump on there and check it out. It's still up. If you guys missed it, we were still there. Yep. Here's another one here. See, this is what I'm talking about. We need to make a list. We need to make a list of all the best tracks and then map out a spot, a game plan if we decide to do this. All right. Let me get back to the questions. It said, God bless you and your family. Let's get baby. All right. Mel's mom would love that comment. She's always on us. All right. Here we go. We got Reed here. All right. It says, when Deegan scared is you in the closet years ago at was that your place? Yeah. I do remember that. When, played you out about the rat in the closet. Yeah, so basically, if you guys know what he's talking about, it was an old video that we made. I can't remember if it was Deegan's video or if it was my video, but it was a video made by Dave Dawes. And, Dawes was like, hey, Feist, there's a rat in the closet. He's a rat in the closet. I'm like, oh. So I went up there, and it was in Dave's room. And Deegan was hiding in the closet, and he had like a Halloween mask on or something. But I went to walk in there. Obviously, Deegan just jumped out of the closet. Did scare the crap out of me. But they caught me on tape yelling like a little girl. But it's pretty funny.
The last person's comment wasn't when is there going to be a baby. He was asking, are you going to do a baby toddler line for our?
Oh, yeah. See, this is why we need Mel.
He didn't.
Sorry. Mel is correcting me always. Sorry, dude. I thought you were asking me when I was gonna have a baby. Let's get a baby toddler line going for spring or summer. You're right. I know. I teach a lot of kids. You're right. I definitely got to get some kids stuff because I do. I teach kids on 50s all the time, and they're like, "Can we get some merch?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, the smallest I got to men's medium." All right, so sorry, dude. But Mel's always correcting me. I'm always way off. All right, so yeah, that was funny with Deegan. Let's get Anthony P up here. What happened when you crashed down the mountain in Peru? That's funny that do you guys realize that was me, huh? Did they have my name up for that? Do you think you had the helmet video about that? I think you had. I don't think I had a helmet cam on when I crashed. I don't there, did I? I can't remember, but that's funny that you remember that. I remember that crash. I still have that helmet down in my down in a little warehouse downstairs. I wore that I basically got that helmet painted right before I left for Peru and went on that film trip and ragdolled down that hill. And Link Kogel I got KO. Like, I rang my bell. I was kind of a little out of it a little bit. I wasn't fully knocked out, but I definitely rang my bell. And Link Kogel was the first one to me. And I trashed that helmet. It was a brand new helmet. It was painted by, it's not DAP Design. DAP Design was my buddy in Maryland that painted my helmets. But this dude was I can't remember. He was in a wheelchair. He was a super nice dude. He painted my, anyway, I trashed the helmet, dude. And I came home from that trip and I retired it. I'm like, I ain't wearing that helmet no more. Whoop, put it on the shelf. Cause it was like, the first time you wear it and it just takes you out. You're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't wear that helmet. Put it on the shelf and it's been sitting on the shelf for probably 20 years. But I still got it. It's got a dragon on the back. Asian dragon. But I do remember that crash. What's your opinion on larger Supercross tracks? I actually think it's cool, to be honest with you. I think it's cool. I'm down with it. I kind of like I enjoy riding Supercross, so I kind of like it. Honestly, like if I did find some land and build a track out here, I would definitely have an outdoor track, but I would definitely have some Supercross sections in it. I wouldn't build a Supercross track. I would probably just combine the two. I mean, it wouldn't be as gnarly as like Daytona or Atlanta like we saw. It'd be a little bit on the easier side, but I think it's cool. I like watching it. So I'm for it. I love Supercross. Supercross to me is just fun. Rhythms, jumping, I enjoy it. It's just fun to ride. So definitely miss having that little speed and style track at my house. It was just fun. Good therapy to get out there every day and just put in the laps. All right, so we got TJ here. It says, what is your favorite MX competition course that you ever ridden? Man. Dude, I'm going to say the gnarliest freestyle courses that I got to ride had to be X Games when they were in LA Coliseum and when they were in the Home Depot Center, because they were huge. They were gnarly. Like, you would roll up, they would have, I'm not lying, they would have like 6-7 ramps and then 6 or 7 dirt lips, and they're all different sizes. And it wasn't like, if you go to a freestyle contest today, they'll have a 75-foot ramp, a turnaround on a 75-foot ramp, and then maybe the bigger ramp, the 110-footer, if you're lucky, and then maybe a popper. And they're all standard. Everyone knows the popper ramp's going to be at 45, the freestyle ramps are going to be at 75, and then the mega ramp, big ramp's going to be at 110. That's it. And then once you know the speed from that, it never changes. It wasn't like that back in the day. You'd show up and you'd have all these different jumps, all different sizes, all different dirt lips. So you'd have to go out and practice and time everything. And practice never was long enough. And they'd be like, hey, you get 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, you were lucky if you even jumped all the jumps, let alone trick all the jumps and flip the jumps that you wanted to flip. So by the time it came down to your first run, a lot of times you would plan out your run, and you were doing that trick or flipping that jump for the first time in your run because you didn't have enough time in practice. So I would say the old school LA, when X Game was in LA for years, both Home Depot Center and LA Coliseum were the gnarliest ones, in my opinion, just because they were so big. And like I said, not enough time to dial them in practice. And so your runs you were nervous all the time. You were lining up for your run and your heart was just beating because you knew you were like, okay, I got to flip the 110-footer. Haven't did that yet. Not only got to flip it, I got to flip it and trick it. So you're like, shoot, I just jumped it in practice. Didn't even get a chance to flip it. So now I got to flip it and do a no-hander flip over it. So you're just heart rate, but fun. And you look back at those and you watch those videos, you're like, man, there's like, do you remember like when Deegan and Travis were going head to head in LA Coliseum when the first 360 ever came out, that big double down the middle and stuff? It's not like that in freestyle now. Like, when it's just a couple jumps and everyone knows what distance they're at. Everybody knows what speed to hit them. So it makes it just a little bit easier, in my opinion, for the riders. But the thing is, the promoters want to make it, get the dirt in, get the dirt out, make it as easy as possible, and they want a good show. And they know if the jumps are easy, the guys put on good shows because everyone feels comfortable on the jump, so they can go out right off the bat and throw down their jumps. And I get it. The promoters want a good show. So if the riders are comfortable, they're going to go do their best tricks. When the tracks are super gnarly, sometimes it's hard to get off your best tricks because the track, you're just like, man, this is hard jumps. This jump's just hard to get over, let alone do a super gnarly trick. So then it dumbs down the tricks a little bit because, of course, it's so technical. So I think that's why you kind of see the shift of things being built a little bit simpler because keeps the riders comfortable and doing their biggest and best tricks. It's a show at the end of the day. So, all right. What's big? He's talking crap again. Yo, V-Dub's on here. My man. We got to get V-Dub up here. V-Dub, super chat. He says, it's looking better and better to make it the FCA. Here's a little dono to help with the R from X-Ray. Hey, much love for B-Dub. Let's just fill everybody in because B-Dub hasn't been on here in a minute. His mom's been sick, so we've been praying for his mom. Hopefully she's doing better. But B-Dub is he bought the 18, so the 18 belongs to B-Dub. And so the deal is, B-Dub lives in Texas. I live here in Kansas. FCA is a motocross camp in Oklahoma that I'm doing in June. Obviously, it's a fellowship Christian athletes, a Christian motocross camp. They bring in coaches from all around America, and so they'll have 5 or 6 different coaches down there. Camp's big. Like, there's usually 50, 60, 70 kids at times. It's a big camp. It goes over 4 or 5 days, and V-Dub he's trying to make it. The plan is if he can make it to the FCA camp, we're meeting in the middle, so it's going to save him a trip from driving all the way to Kansas. I'm going to bring the bike down to Oklahoma, meet him at the camp, drop his bike off, and then, hey, we get to kick it for a week, hang out, ride, get into the Bible, pray it up. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope it works out for V-Dub because that'll be cool. We've been friends on here for how many months now, dude? And we never got to meet in person, but we got connected. Deegan, we got to get another shout out for the Deegans. Deegan is the one who gave me a shout out on his page way back when. I don't know how many months ago, but that's how V-Dub found us. V-Dub was following Deegan's lives, and Deegan gave us a shout out, and he came over here and found us, and then found the Ronnie and Mel page and got connected over there, and worked out good. It's been a supporter of our ministry and RFMX. So much love to V-Dub. Looking forward to that, man. I hope it works out. All right, let's get Liam up here again. It says, is it worth buying a 125 two-stroke then upgrading to a 250 two-stroke, or would it be better to go from a 250 four-stroke to a 450? Man, end of the day, that's really up to you. I think either way works. I don't think it's bad to go from a 125 two-stroke to a 250 four-stroke, and then maybe or a 250 two-stroke, and then maybe you jump up from a 250 two-stroke to a 450. That's actually the same exact route I took. I went 125 two-stroke, 250 two-stroke, 450 four-stroke. Not a bad route, but it's you could still go 250 four-stroke up to a 450 four-stroke. So it's just rider preference. Like, what do you prefer riding? Do you like riding two-strokes more than you like riding four-strokes? Some guys do. But if you think about it, that's why I don't think it's bad to learn on the 125 to the 250 and then maybe work your way up to the 450s. Because if you look at the way most of the top guys come up, they all come up 50s, 80s, 125s, and then they worked away from a 125 into a 254 stroke. So I think it's not a bad plan to kind of take the same path that a lot of the top guys take. You learn a lot on a two-stroke, man. You got to be on it on a 125 two-stroke. 254 stroke, you can be a little bit lazier, just the way the power works on those things. So 125 two-stroke definitely teach you a lot of throttle and clutch control. So it's not a bad to gain some experience there. And some people feel more comfortable. I mean, Jacob, whoops, I just hit that by accident. Jacob he went from he's on here. He went from a 125, then he got up onto the 250 and he decided he didn't like it. He said, "Hey, I'm going back to the 125 two-stroke." So, like I said, it's what you like, what you're comfortable on. If you're more comfortable on the two strokes and that fits you better, then maybe that's your route. But if you like the four strokes, then go with that. All right, let's get Jesse over here. Come do Fantasy Moto in Wisconsin. By far the greatest. All right, so there's another one. Man, Mel, are you taking notes? Write down all the track names because I won't. Write these down because we might hit all these. Me, you, and Mally, dude. We're going to be hitting it. Fantasy Moto in Wisconsin. And I bet some of these aren't even that far from Kansas. Deegan probably knows all the Nebraska tracks because he's from Nebraska. So I'd have to hit him up and say, yo, where's Nebraska? What's Nebraska got for us? All right, he says there's a lot of MX tracks in the U.S. Are there any FMX courses or places you could play or hit big jumps and do FMX? Only spots that I know of as far as FMX are all in California, minus Kevin. Kenny Bartram had a course in Oklahoma in the Midwest. I'm trying to think. Who on the East Coast has a setup? I don't know anyone. I know Richardson has a ramp set up, little mini rider from Jersey. But I don't know anybody that has like a big course on the East Coast. Actually, that's not true. Tom Parsons in Florida does have a pretty gnarly course. But I heard he got in trouble. One of his neighbors complained or something. They tried to shut him down. So I don't even know if that course is still open, but he did have a sick course on the East Coast. And I know Renner lives back down there, and Renner posts stuff. So I know there's probably some spots to ride. Like, think about it. Biden lives in Texas, Matt Biden, so you know there's a ramp there. James Carter lives in North Dakota. There's a spot there. Sayers, I believe, lives in North Dakota. So, you know, there's probably one-off ramp spots that we could just go link up with some people. But as far as, like, big freestyle parks, I think the parks are in California minus maybe Parsons Park in Florida, Kenny Bartram's park in the Midwest. But there's definitely one-off ramps in spots because, obviously, there's freestyle dudes that live, you know, not just in California. And then Reno, Mason's out there. Adam Jones is out there. Those dudes got ramps and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. It could turn in. We could hit the road and do that as well. I need to get some good suspension if I'm be hitting some ramps. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. We got friends all over, so we can make some pit stops and hang out and get some footage. So definitely be a cool thing. All right. He says, Ronnie, what are your thoughts on Jackson Strong's crazy dirt jump events where the jumps are like 120, 200? I think it's sick. The rhythm section, right? That's what I'm assuming you're talking about. He's got a huge rhythm section, all big jumps. I think it's super cool. It's like BMX style for moto or for freestyle moto. So definitely cool. Seeing people throwing it down on those things. Who's your highest paying sponsor? Me. I ain't got no sponsors no more. I don't have no sponsors that pay anymore. I got sponsors, but I'm on product now, dude. I'm on the B team. I'm retired. So I don't have any paying sponsors, but I did. Oh, or who was? Sorry. Hey, glad I double checked that because Mel probably would have ran up here and said, hey, this who was. Rockstar Energy was my highest paying sponsor my whole career. So they call that title sponsor. That's why they had the most branding on all of our stuff because they paid the most. So I'm glad I looked at that. I was jumping ahead. Liam again. What was your favorite FMS contest you rode? I mean, I would always say X Games. At the end of the day, X Games is always the biggest event of the year. So Summer X Games too, because they had winter. Summer X Games, biggest and the best. It just has the most hype, and it was like going to X Games. It never got old. It was like every year when you got the invitation, it was like, I don't know, you got pumped. It's almost like you like won something. You like got so pumped that you got invited again. And then, you do it for 15 years, but even on the 15th year, you got the invite. You're like, yeah. And if you did get it, you're fired up. You're like, why didn't I get an invite this year? You're like, what the heck? No. But anyway, I don't know if you heard, I have a whole testimony because I didn't. I got invited every year pretty much that it was there. But one year I didn't get an invite and I had to go as an alternate. And the reason I didn't get an invite because I was injured. I had an ACL. I tore my ACL, was injured. So they basically put out these waves. They'll invite like the first group of 4, and then they'll invite the next group of 4. So you got 8 guys, and then they'll put out 2, alternates. And then they'll put out 2 more alternates. So they'll have 4 alternates. But normally, if you're 4th alternate, good luck. You're probably not going to ride. Now 4 guys are going to crash out. If you're first alternate, second alternate, good chance. But anyway, I was 4th alternate one year, and I still got in. It's did I share that story on this page, or did I share it on I think I might have shared it on our ministry week because it was a faith journey. But actually, I got in that year. Thank God. So I know what it feels like not to get an invite one year. You get fired up. But anyway, X Games is always the one. It's the biggest, the best, and you're super hyped to get there. And just training for that event every year, how serious everybody got for those few months leading up to get X Games. It's not like you just start the week or two before or a month before. That is a good, I'd say 2 to 3 months as it's getting closer. Guys just narrow, like, boom. It's like they focus in, and it's like you're working. If you're trying to do something new in the foam pit that you want to bring out to X Games, you're in the foam pit for months trying to dial it in. And, if you're trying to come up with, something that hasn't been done, or just trying to get your run down to where you can snap that run off. Because back in the day, think about this. Back in the day on those big courses, you used to have, if you did freestyle, it was a 90-second run. You would seriously have to do 13 jumps. So you needed 13 tricks, good tricks, and you'd have to break them up between your upside tricks and your flip tricks and not mess them up. If you messed up one trick, it was over. You couldn't dead sailor. That was the thing. You could not dead sailor in your run. You had to stick your run. So you have to practice those tricks every single day to where there's no hesitation. It's like clockwork. It's muscle memory. Boom. You call the trick in your head on your way to the ramp, and then boom, you hit the trick. No mess up. So it's repetition. You have to do it every single day. So it gets so easy that as soon as you hit the trick, boom. And always, whenever you got to the course, X Games, any other course, it never feels like the backyard. It's like the backyard gets easy. You ride there every day. You get in so many hours, so many jumps in the backyard. It gets easy. Then you get out to the course. That's why you need to have your tricks so dialed that when you got out to the course that felt a little bit unfamiliar, that you're still able to do those tricks. And to be honest with you, most of the time at freestyle contests, there was always windy. So then the wind was always a factor at outdoor motocross or freestyle motocross events. So then, you're on a new course, the wind's blowing, there's the pressure of not messing up, X Games, TV's going. So if you're not dialed in at home, it's going to be hard on competition day. You need to be dialed. So when competition comes and you have all these little factors playing into your run, that you can still stick it. But I've loved it. It was seriously the funnest thing ever to have. That's probably one of the biggest things that I miss about, being, where I'm at now is not having the competition ahead of me to where it was like, hey, there's 2 months of this contest. Hey, there's 3 months of this contest. And then you have that focused, months of just training, riding. And I miss that because it's just always good. I mean, it's always good. Whatever you're going to have in life, have a vision, have a goal, and run after it 100 miles per hour, 110%, whatever you decide. Not that I don't have those things, but I feel like the things that I am running out there, and it's not like I'm competing for them. I have goals. I still have tons of goals, but they're not like competition goals. It's just like life stuff that I want to do personally and, with me and Mel and other things. But got to have those goals. That's keeps you focused and keeps you moving forward. All right, let's see here. We got Nuclear Pony. Did I skip anybody's stuff? It says a little off topic, but what is your best measuring device to check fork oil with? I'm going to be straight up honest. I have no idea, dude. First, I've never changed my fork oil in my life. I don't even have, I think on the new Huskies, one fork has oil, the other one has air, or something like that. I don't even know. But I always set my stuff in. I always had someone that did my stuff, so I have no clue. So sorry that I can't even give you a good answer because I never did it. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, so sorry. Hey, my boy, I always say, hey, my boy Tony Jetski, he's, it's Factory Elite on Instagram. He's my boy, and he was my mechanic all through my career. He knows every single answer. So when I don't know bike answers, even if I'm in the garage and I'm trying to figure out something, I can't get something to work, I call Tony. I'm not going to lie. I'm just want to make sure I'm giving you it's Elite Moto Factory. Elite Moto Factory. Page looks like, can you see it? The glare is too gnarly. But anyway, Elite Moto Factory is the Instagram. His name's Tony Jetski. He was my mechanic pretty much all through my freestyle career. And he came from a race team, worked for Worth Connection, and then before he started working for me. But the dude knows his stuff. So he's the type of dude you could DM and be like, hey, how do I do this? Or what's the best way to measure this? And hopefully he hits you back. And if he doesn't, say, hey, Faisst told me to hit you up, and now you're not hitting me back. So, yeah, if he delays, put the heat on him, dude. Uh-oh.
No, you just did miss one question.
I missed one. All right.
But he didn't. I don't think he knew to put questions. So it's up a little bit.
All right, Mel's going to make sure I don't miss.
HD339.
What is it?
HD339 is his name.
Hey, Thomas Kimberly's up in here. What up, my bro?
Oh, it's 2 above that.
Okay. Wait, right here? HD. All right, so sorry I missed you. All right, so hey, awesome to see you live. What do you think of the current state of FMX and how all the big contests kind of died and now it's more about free ride and edits? I mean, I think it sucks that that there's not a lot of big events because at the end of the day, the best contracts come from TV time. The more TV time there is for riders, the bigger the contracts are for riders. But the game has shifted. Like in my prime, social media wasn't what it was. So now you can kind of create your own social media and still get good contracts. But I still think the guys would still probably appreciate having more events to go to. But I enjoy the big free ride stuff. I think it's cool. I love guys like Axel, that Bierman, all these dudes that just got skills. Like, they don't do a whole lot of tricks, but they just ride cool. They got style, and I enjoy watching those dudes. And I enjoy the free ride stuff. It's kind of almost did like, think about it. It's almost did like think about it. This sport launched by free riding videos. That's what put us on the map. All the crusty, all that stuff is kind of what was the birth of freestyle. And then it went like all about tricks, all about ramps, all about contest. And now it's kind of, that's faded a little bit, and now it's going back to kind of just free ride. So it's almost like going back to its roots in a sense. But I still think at the end of the day, because I do obviously talk to all these guys, and guys like Taco who love to compete, Taco's exact words is like, man, it sucks. There's no events anymore. So I know there's guys who are like Taco who want to get out there and compete, and there's just not a whole lot of events to go to. So, and when they cruise at the demos, they're normally, I'll be honest with you, they still throw it down. They like, if you watch Taka at a demo and Taka at a contest, he doesn't give you 50% of his tricks at the demo than he would at X Games. Taka ride, and most of the dudes are like that. The dudes still ride as gnarly at a demo where there's no contest, no gold medal, no extra bonus to win the day. They still throw it down. So the dudes, I feel like that's just how the guys are. They give it 110% no matter where they're at, which is cool. But anyway, I enjoy watching all of it. But I think there's a lot of guys that do miss having the place to, because at the end of the day, guys like to be rewarded for their hard work. So when there's not a whole lot of events to go to and to be able to get those gold medals, be able to get those extra bonuses, they're like, dang. They don't get to put on display and compete of everything they do during the week. So I hit it at the best time. I'm just grateful for the timing of my career, because I feel like I got to ride the best wave of freestyle when it started off through the best years of it, and then it kind of tapered off a little bit. So thank God for the time. Hey, we got Adam up in here. Little super chat. Wait, where's he at? Later, I'm at Black Anus. Agnes.
Agnes?
Hey, sound like I said anus. Hey, it's a steak shop, right? I know it is. I know that's too funny. Well, hey, what up? Thanks for the super chat, brother. Enjoy that steak, bro. That's too funny.
Wait, hold on. Fred Kitchen, he asked, what did Big Faisst think about your platinum tooth?
Where is this at?
I don't know.
All right, so
It's above Adam.
Big Faisst didn't say much. Big Faisst rolled with the punches for the most
I
part.
didn't like it. See, look, that's him giving the angry face. See that?
Oh, he did? He didn't like it. He never said much.
I don't like it.
I'm bringing it back.
No.
I'm bringing it back, dude. Watch out. About to go old school on. I'm about to bring the beer back too. Mel hates the beer. I'm about to bring the big red back, boy.
Also, we realized that V-Dub is your title sponsor now.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, V-Dub, RFMX supporter. So, hey, we're giving that's what we're saying. V-Dubski.
He's the title. You have to say it.
He's the title sponsor. V-Dubski.
Adam's another sponsor.
Yeah, V-Dub and Adam. Yeah, you guys are, hey, you guys support the channel. We can keep on pumping out some content. What is Big Feist saying?
Brian's on here. Everyone that comes to the class does too.
Yeah, no, everyone. We got lots of supporters. All you guys. Hey, even though everybody's just here week after week, man. You guys are here hanging out. That's support. So we appreciate it. We got a good group of people come here week after week. So good times, man. We wrapped it up. Hitting the 8 o'clock hour here. So, hey, if you're first time here and you liked hanging out with us and you haven't subscribed, give us a little love. So hit that subscribe button. If I missed your question, you always can just leave it in the comments and I'll try to get back to it in the next week or so. Give us a thumbs up, show some love. And Big Feist, look at him. He said I've wasted my money on those bracelets. What are you talking about? These things are straight, boy. But we'll be back next week, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Central Time, hanging out. So good looking out. Good to see Warner in here. Good to see V-Dub and Adam back. Big Feist, all the boys. Looking forward to next week's class with everybody. And, yeah, thanks again, man, for the love and for the support. Mel's giving you a little shaka. Mally's over there hanging out in the prayer cave. Hey, wait, we got one more. Liam, last one of the night. Let's bring back Shui as we're at it. How's that sound?
Still have Shui.
Yeah, I still got some. I got a little bit in the basement. Anyway, all right, brother. Hey, much love. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe, ride safe, and enjoy. Enjoy. Peace out.